Welcome to the basics of the benefits of launching a digital media consulting VIP day service. And this is with Majesty, AliNICOLE Wow, and King Rob Deptford. And what we're going to be doing during this time is really providing you with a preview of the core objective of a training that we have provided. It's a mini info training. It's called a basic introduction to becoming a digital media consultant and launching a VIP day service. And during this time, we just want to share what the benefits are to this and just provide a little overview of that particular training. Rob, of course, thank you so much for joining me for this preview.
Well, the training was good, and hopefully this will entice a few people to give it a shot.
Oh, absolutely. And it definitely, we will say, not because we're biased, that it is certainly worth it to,
Sure it
be
is.
able to start leveraging digital media consulting, as a role, the consultant aspect as a role. So let's quickly talk about the benefits and then share just a little bit about what we covered, in the training and be able to get individuals really excited about this. So what do you think some of the benefits are to becoming a digital media consultant and then launching a VIP day service?
So for me, I think, we're in the knowledge-based economy. So this is an opportunity where there is a need and a desire for learning of all types. And if you happen to be somebody who is interested in something that happens in the digital space, chances are, if you're interested in it, you spend time with it and you probably have a level of expertise that is a little bit higher than somebody else out there. So, as a result of that, there's an opportunity to package that expertise and sell that expertise to somebody who also wants to learn to level up in that space. And it's not necessarily about getting from 0 to 10 all at once. It's
Right.
maybe you're bringing them from 0 to 1. So, a
Mhm.
VIP day is, a condensed format, but an opportunity to help somebody do that, just level up a little bit.
Absolutely. I love the way you stated that. That was great. I think we're done now. We just need to just tell them
There you
that the
go.
link is below in the comments, That was tremendous. I love the way you shared that. And it's really important because one of the things that we did talk about within the training was the fact that you have entrepreneurs primarily who have their different levels of niche focus and expertise and don't necessarily see themselves as consultants for the digital space, but giving them an opportunity to look at what it is that they actually do. What have they been doing throughout their process? How did they get themselves started, and what methods did they have to use, whether it was with a coach or someone else, or they had to really learn on their own how to market, how to navigate, the digital media space. And being able to do just what you said is show from different levels. Maybe you're not taking someone from 1 to 10, like being the 1 or 2 steps ahead expert, and we talked about that. But that's important, that no matter what type of entrepreneurship you're in, we are, as Rob mentioned, in the knowledge based era, is be able to share that knowledge, but not just share it just in terms of for sharing's sake. Find a way to be compensated for the time that you've put in to learn, and then the opportunity to help someone shorten, their learning curve. So those are things that we talked about, within the training. We also talked about, Rob, how individuals didn't need a certification or so to be a digital media coach or consultant, and being able to leverage publications and products that they can create for free to help actually build credibility and leverage those products as marketing lead-ins, or maybe even prerequisites to their VIP intensives. So should I talk quickly about um, the VIP intensive, why that part is important too?
Sure, I think that's probably a key piece.
Yeah, it is, right? So let me jump in and talk about that really quickly. Is the reason why we are sort of putting more of an emphasis on VIP day services versus just starting a digital media consulting business, which it is a business, but different levels of packaging, which you can still do that. But the VIP intensives from a service perspective make more lucrative leveraging sense in terms of how a coach or consultant creates the win-win as a service provider and also for the client or the customer, so to speak. And being able to charge premium prices for these types of intensives that are anywhere from 5 to 7 hours, which you can do shorter versions of those. But in this training, we just talked about mainly just the full-on day of a 5.5 to 7 hour where you do carve out the time to teach or to consult in an intensive format. And that's going to help you leverage your time more effectively and your clients' time so that they can get into implementation. And so when you actually start to structure a service around this versus just trying to get so many one-on-one clients, you can really concentrate on just a signature few that you can have these VIP day intensives for. And then there are also good ways to sort of screen whether you want to work with someone more long term in terms of a retainer model or even a coaching program. So the benefits of starting with using VIP intensives, that really does help you to lay a solid foundation. Rob, your thoughts around that?
Yeah, the intensive process, I think, gives an opportunity to create some interaction for sure, and maybe develop relationships, or at least see where those relationships might lead.
Mm-hmm.
And there may be an opportunity to move forward. There may not. Uh,
Yes, right.
and if there isn't, well, you want to move some other direction where there is a fit.
Right. But at
So,
least you've served them
right,
and you
right.
also got served too in terms of not just in terms of getting paid for what you've put out there, but also just the awareness of whether this is something you need to cultivate for a more extensive client coach consultant based type of relationship, just like you mentioned. So these types of entry level processes really do, to me, they create the win-win. And I had to, if I want to say start from scratch, all over again, which is interesting because when I first started coaching, I was doing in intensives with cohorts, but they were more longer term. But I kind of was doing VIP intensives and not really realizing them. I was doing more in retreats. But if I had to coach someone from jump on this, I definitely say get your publications and your products in line and actually have an intensive, have a boot camp type of service, something where you're giving people an accelerated process. They will pay for speed, and that's going to allow you to, as a coach or consultant off the top, not trade dollars for hours, where you can charge in a day or a weekend the prices that maybe you would charge to consult people or coach them for months.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. It really is. It's a stepping stone, and it gives an opportunity, especially if people are looking at budgets, which today people are looking at
Yeah,
budgets.
you're not kidding, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So you can provide some value in this format, and then there can be some decisions made on the financial front too, depending on how things go.
Absolutely. And so we talked about, a few ways that individuals can leverage VIP days in terms of not necessarily having to have a program or a process that they take people through all the time. You can't have one that's rinse and repeat, but we did touch on the fact that you can definitely have customized types of VIP intensives that you co-create with your client, and using whatever your strong areas are in digital media to be able to, to focus on those areas and create those intensives. Now, I mentioned that what we did not discuss was doing mini VIP intensives, and those are like 2.5 to 3 hours. You can certainly lean in with those, but if you want to be more impactful in a sense, impact and income, doing an actual VIP intensive of 5 to 7.5 hours with breaks is going to be the best route in terms of a full-on service. And so, again, we shared about creating publications, low to medium content publications, and products that can really help to assist. And some of those can even serve as VIP coaching or consulting, self-guided, types of products that will definitely not only help to establish your credibility, but it's just going to serve the audience that doesn't need your actual hands-on experience, at that phase.
Absolutely, it will. Yeah, there's no question that this is it's an opportunity and it's a format that works and it's something that is easy to get into. And we talked about that in the training as well, that the barrier to entry is low.
Yes, and Rob did an excellent job, magnificent job of really honing in on that key area there. And so, Rob, I think that we have done a great job of being able to set this up to get individuals curious, but not just curious to become serious about embarking on this initiative of taking their knowledge and now being able to position themselves as digital media consultants and being able to leverage VIP day intensive type of services. So if you feel that we are complete, then I can just definitely direct individuals to make sure that they check within the description where they'll find the information about the product. You'll also find information about Rob and I in terms of what we do individually and collectively, and how we can help you with this initiative. So, Rob, you have anything that you want to add before closing out here?
I think we've given a good overview. I think it's going to be worth your time to check out.
Absolutely. Rob, thank you, of course, again, for another a wonderful product creation, and also to be able to provide this preview and overview, for individuals. I can't commend you enough for the wonderful job that you do in the media space. And that's why I love being able to collaborate with you and to be able to help provide the knowledge and wisdom for others.
Well, you're a talent yourself, and I appreciate working with you.
Thank you so much. Well, again, check the description and make sure that you reach out. And if you found this even preview helpful, definitely leave a comment below. But we're here for you and here to help champion you, and wishing you all the best with this initiative. Take care.